Just when I thought I had seen every World War II documentary, seen every video, or heard every story there was about World War II, I had not. And this is probably the greatest story of them all, to be honest. Hacksaw Ridge, directed by Mel Gibson. I'm a huge Mel Gibson fan. It's nice to see him put out some work. Hopefully, after this, Hollywood can accept Mel back. I am hoping the best for Mel, because holy shit, this Hacksaw Ridge, it was just a great movie. So like I said, this movie is based off a true story. I'm a huge fan of anything World War II related. However, I had never heard of the story of Private Dawes, who was played by Andrew Garfield. Now the story's about, it's a little after Pearl Harbor, where the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and all the boys are enlisting into the military. Andrew Garfield has a chance to stay home and work, but he refuses and wishes to enlist. He does feel that other men should not go and fight on his behalf, and he should not be able to stay home and work while other men go ahead overseas and die. The issue here is Desmond Doss, Andrew Garfield, is a religious man. He does not believe in killing, war, or how the world is trying to tear each other apart. So he decides to enlist and be this combat medic. But the thing is, the army does not care about his beliefs. It's war, and the enemy does not care either. And I like how the movie was showing that at times. It was hard to watch, sure, but I would agree with the army personnel at times. It's like this war. We need people that are willing to have each other backs, and Private Dawes does not believe in killing, so he will not be there to have your back. And I like how the characters that was the army personnel was showing that, and I like how the movie was showing that, and I found myself agreeing with them at time. This man sticks really close to his beliefs, that he won't even pick up a gun to just demonstrate that he could pass the course on the rifle course, just to get his pass into being a combat medic. And I was just there at times, just hoping that he would just do this, just show them that he could at least pick up a gun and go through the course. He doesn't have to kill anyone. They're just telling him to pick up a gun. He would not even do it. Vince Vaughn is in this. I was skeptical about Vince Vaughn being in this, but it's Vince Vaughn like you've never seen him before. He was good. He brought comic relief to this here when the movie was at its best time to give comic relief out. Because after that, shit just hits the fan. And Andrew Garfield, Private Dawes, has no clue what he got himself into. I love how this movie just touches on murder. The commandments, is war murder? I love what the movie was touching with the connections between the Bible and war and human nature. It was really interesting, and it was really greatly done in the dialogue between our characters. I found myself smiling in moments at this movie because how great this was. I fell in love with Andrew Garfield. His smile, you could just fall in love with him as Private Dawes. He was just this lovable, kind, care guy. Before the shit even hits the fan, you just fall in love with him because of who his character was. And then when it goes down and he's saving lives and doing his thing, you even love him more. I mean, dude, this is how great this movie was. Sam Worthington was good in this. Now, for you that watch his movies, I don't hate Sam Worthington. I'm just saying he does some good movies, but he's not the best actor at times. And even in this movie, he was great. Everyone did a great job in this movie. And Hugo Weaving is in this. He plays Private Dawes' father. And I love me some Hugo Weaving. I can't get him. There's not enough Hugo Weaving out there in the world for me. I'm a huge Hugo Weaving fan since The Matrix. I've loved him in V for Vendetta. Anything he's in, I really just love him. The first half of this movie, it's beautiful. It's a little funny, brutal, sure. Great character building. And then when the shit hits the fan, it's really claustrophobic. It's gritty. It's violent. It's really well done. The battle sequences were done great. And then you think to yourself, afterwards of watching the battle sequences, that holy shit, men really went through this. People actually went through this. They lived through this, and most died. Hacksaw Ridge was everything I wanted this movie to be. People, I gotta say that Hacksaw Ridge is A 96 out of 100. I got to give it a 96 out of 100. Mel Gibson did it again. Great director. Huge Mel Gibson fan. Andrew Garfield. Either this or Silence. He needs to be nominated for one of them. He has to be an Oscar nomination for one of them. He was just so terrific in this movie. Hacksaw Ridge was everything I wanted it to be and hoped it would be. 96 out of 100. Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about Hacksaw Ridge. Guys, check the playlist for other movie reviews and sports content. Until the next video, I'm out.